What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Dummy Wormy, and we're about to see the launch of Captain America: The Brave New World here in just a little while. Previews start tonight here in the States, and tomorrow worldwide it is releasing in theaters. You're just excited for that one, aren't you? But when it comes to this movie, even though it's being reported that it only had a $180 million budget, which is just an outright lie, and it's very easy to see that, especially when you come over here to Google and you just take a look at what they're predicting the budget to be as of right now is between anywhere to $350 million to $375 million. This movie has a long ways to go to even break even or even make a profit, especially with some of the latest reporting that's coming out from this upcoming box office weekend. Captain America: Brave New World opening weekend looks bleak, and we can scroll right on down here and we can see just how bleak it looks. A new report alleges that Marvel Studios' upcoming Captain America: Brave New World film is expected to have a mediocre opening weekend, both domestically and globally. Deadline reports that Captain America: Brave New World is expected to have a domestic 3-day opening of just $80 million. The outlet also predicts it will make $94 million in its 4-day opening due to President's Day on Monday. That's a dead movie right there. And already you're seeing that this movie is having a predicted opening weekend smaller than Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, which was one of the worst films to date coming out of Marvel, in which it only had a $106 million opening weekend as it steadily declined to ultimately failing at the box office. We're already seeing that this movie ain't gonna make its money back. And the best part about this, the funniest part about this, is even the shills are starting to turn on it. 51% right now over at Rotten Tomatoes from the critics' standpoint. And when you can come over here to Screen Rant, even they're acknowledging it. Captain America: Brave New World debuts with a 54% critic score on Rotten Tomatoes with 41 reviews, the lowest score for Captain America franchise. And you come over here to Culture Crave. Captain America: Brave New World is currently at 50% on Rotten Tomatoes based on 46 reviews. Oh, and we can even come over here to this shill right here, The Real Soups, or Matt Ramos, in which he openly says the movie's garbage. I hate to say this, but hashtag Captain America: Brave New World was a big disappointment. Felt very empty and lacked the heart of a Captain America movie. The action is edited to death with thousands of cuts. The dialogue is very cheesy, weird looking green screens, undercooked villains. Don't expect a lot from Red Hulk either. This felt like it was supposed to be a Hulk movie that just shoehorns Sam as the lead. You can even come over here to some of the reviews over on Rotten Tomatoes, and yeah, when you scroll through here, you see some of the usual suspects already giving it praise and thinking that it's one of the greatest films of all time. You can scroll right on down here to see people like Rachel Leischman right here giving it a good score. You could keep scrolling and you can end up even finding Grace Randolph right here giving it a good score. But the more interesting thing outside of all the critics is when you come over here to top critics and you see what top critics gave it a bad review, because you already see, you got Digital Trends giving a bad review and Newsday giving it a bad review. But as you start scrolling down, you see something very interesting right about here, where Vanity Fair gave it a negative review, Associated Press gave it a negative review, The Hollywood Reporter gave it a negative review, New York Magazine / Vulture gave it a negative review, Rolling Stone gave it a negative review, The Wrap gave it a negative review, IndieWire gave it a negative review, Screen Crush gave it a negative review, Independent UK gave it a negative review, and right down here you got The Guardian giving a negative review and Slate Magazine giving it a negative review. The vast majority of these are established mainstream media shill centers and access media entities that outright praise almost everything that comes out of Hollywood and Marvel in particular, and you're even seeing them turn on this movie. You're already seeing critics from these access media sites, from these shill centers, from the ecosystem of Hollywood, already saying that the film's gonna be awful and giving it negative reviews. This is gonna be the funniest weekend of all time, where we fundamentally see that people are rejecting this notion that Captain America is a mantle that could be handed down from person to person, and a fundamental rejection of all things woke Hollywood. But I'm gonna leave it there, guys. Let me get you guys' thoughts on this down in the comments below. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, shout out friends, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell for every time I put out a new video live, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.